The first thing I have to tell you in this video is that you are not alone. Hello, Bell family. I hope you're doing amazingly well. I hope you're good. I hope your family is well. I always check up on you guys, right? So, if you see my face for the very first time, my name is Wong Vicky. I am a Cameroonian YouTuber who is based here in Douala, Cameroon. I am in my 30s. I will be turning 34 this year. Oh my God, I'm old. So when it comes to your 30s, right, I feel like 30 is the wildest age to ever be in. Like, it is weird. I don't know how best I can describe it. There are some things that since I got to my 30s, I have been struggling with. Sometimes I'm like, am I the only one in this? Or is it a thing when you're in your 30s? The first thing I want to talk about is the issue of friendship. See, having friends in your 30s is not easy. It's not easy. The friends I've had since my childhood, like I always say on this channel, are literally like the best of friends I've ever had. But again, everyone has grown. Everyone is minding their business, doing your own thing, trying to put your life together wherever they are. And at the end of the day, you hardly even talk to each other. But the few times you get to, like, you guys really get to relate correctly, if you know what I mean. So having friends in your 30s or making friends in your 30s is so hard. It's so hard. You realize that when you're in your 30s, you don't see your friends very often, like when you were doing in your teens and in your 20s. You don't see your friends very often. You don't get to chat. Like, there's nothing, I don't think there's something like bestie in your 30s, because it's really hard keeping up with friendship in your 30s. But you will come to realize that, like, the few real friends that you have made over the years is what will stick with you in your 30s. There are days when I will stay in this my little home weeks, months, and I don't hear from some friends. Like, those are friends that we really used to vibe, chat all the time. You will not hear from them. Secondly, career. I'm a teacher, yes, a teacher by profession, but still, I don't have my life figured out. When I say figured out career-wise, I don't have my life figured out career-wise. What do I mean? I'm not a government teacher. I'm a private teacher. That's to say, career-wise, my life is even still not figured out. Because if tomorrow I'm old, I'm gray, what am I going to hold on to when I'm retired? With us, the private teachers, you don't have any sort of retirement benefits when you're retired. Unlike those who have gotten themselves into the government, into the public sector, and they have some sort of benefits, they can plan their retirement. But with us, no. I'm still trying to figure out my life in my 30s in regards to career. I'm trying to see if I could even quit the career path in which I am now and try to look towards something else. Something that will be a long term, that will have a long term benefit as well. Because teaching as a private teacher here in Cameroon is something of a now moment. Yes, if you know, you know. It's something of a now moment. And what you start thinking about when you are in your 50s, in your 60s, you will not be teaching anymore. So how then do you manage? Do you cope? Do you help in raising up those children that you've gotten? How? I know I'm not the only one struggling with this. You guys cannot tell me I am the only one struggling with career paths in my 30s. I am not. Another thing that us in our 30s we struggle with, that I don't think people talk about a lot, is our health. In your 30s, right? In your 20s or when you're in your teens, you are energetic. In your 30s, your strength will start failing you. Yes. It is in your 30s that your strength will start failing you. And you will be like, huh? What is happening? You get to do little activities, you become tired, motherhood is draining, work sometimes is very time consuming and energy draining as well. So you become very tired. The strength that you had to do things when you were in your 20s. You don't have that same strength in your 30s. You don't. Most of us don't. I don't think it's being said enough. Most of us don't have that strength. We become very, very, very tired easily, you know, because you're dealing with a lot of things. You see that time you used to see your father seated outside with his hand like this. It is in your 30s that you start seeing yourself seated like your father used to. The next thing, which is the fourth thing I'm going to talk about, is social pressure. Please, if somebody is in their 30s, if you have your child or your daughter who is in their 30s, she's not married, don't pressure them. They don't have a child yet, don't pressure them. Don't. Because a lot of social pressure, a lot. They have not gotten a job, you are pressuring them. We are dealing with a lot of pressures. Life itself is a lot. Then imagine being pressured by your mother, by your father, by your brother, by your sister, because you have not gotten that thing they wanted. Because most people or most parents in Africa, they assume that once you are in your 30s, you're not supposed to be staying in your parents' house. You're not supposed to be single. You're not supposed to be unmarried. You're not supposed to be jobless. Who says that? Who gave a deadline to achievement? It is all this deadline that we set for our children that kind of put social pressure on them, and some of them start getting involved in things that they are not supposed to get involved in. All because of what? All because of you, the parents. So some of you can do better. I thought that by now I would have had all my children, the 4 kids I've always wanted to have. But here I am. I had 2 and I've lost 1. I still have to give birth. Nobody should pressure me. My career is there. I've not sorted it out. Nobody should pressure me, please. The last thing I'm going to talk about in this video, which is not the least, that us in our 30s, we struggle with, which I think that is not something that we should struggle with, is competition and comparison. This is one fact that you will not admit. You watching me right now will not admit. Because like I said just now, nobody gave a timeline that success falls within this frame of time. And if you have not achieved this or you have not done this within this frame of time, it means you're a failure. No. There is room to stop, pause, reset, and start again. All of us cannot be the same. So I will really appreciate that you who is in your 30, you guard yourself. Do what your strength permits you to do. Receive the blessings that God has sent your way with open arms. And pray that tomorrow, as it has been better for this person, it will be better for you also. Because we all have different time frame, different life, different destiny, different journeys here on earth. That's just the truth. So if you have watched this video right up to the end, I want to say I love you and God bless you. I need for you guys to add up to my watch hour. Please, I would love for you to please, in the name of God, hit that subscribe button. Help me subscribe to my YouTube channel so we can grow this channel together. So thank you very much. We have come to the end of today's video. If you're in your 30s and you're facing all of these things that I just mentioned in this video, I would love for you to know you're not alone. We are many of us, okay? Till next time again, I remain your girl, Wong Vicky. Bye.